Hey coin lovers! Welcome to the Worth Old Coins channel, your place to discover the hidden value and rare facts about old coins. In today's video we're revealing the top 3 valuable coins, and one of them might just be in your collection. So don't skip this video, let's find out their real worth. Top 1. The 2001 Elizabeth II United Kingdom 2 pence coin is part of the decimal coinage system of the United Kingdom, first introduced on February 15, 1971, and by 2001 it had already undergone several composition and minor design adjustments since its inception. It has a face value of 2 pence, which equals 1/50th of a pound sterling, 2 pence. The coin was issued by the Royal Mint at Llantrisant in South Wales, which produces all standard circulation coinage for the UK. The coin's composition in 2001 was copper-plated steel, a change that had been made in 1992 when rising copper prices made the original bronze alloy, 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, 0.5% tin, uneconomical. Because of this steel core, the coin is magnetic, unlike the earlier pre-1992 bronze versions. The coin's diameter is approximately 25.9 millimeters, its thickness about 2.03 millimeters, and it has a mass of 7.12 grams, making it one of the larger denominations in the bronze-colored coin range. The edge of the coin is plain and unlettered. On the obverse, front, side appears the fourth definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, which had been introduced in 1998 and was used until 2015. And this depiction, the Queen is facing right, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland diamond tiara, and the artist's initials, IRB, appear just beneath the neckline truncation. Around the portrait is the Latin inscription, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 2001, which expands to Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning Elizabeth II by the grace of God, Queen Defender of the Faith. The reverse, back, side of the coin retains Christopher Ironside's original 1971 decimal 2 pence design, which features the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers within a coronet above the German-derived motto, Ich diene, meaning, I serve. Above the badge is the denomination in words, 2 pence, and below it is the numeric 2, with a beaded border encircling the entire design. This reverse type remained in use until 2008, when the Royal Mint introduced the new Shield of the Royal Arms reverse by Matthew Dent. In 2001, the Royal Mint produced the coin in huge quantities for circulation, with a total mintage of approximately 551,880,000 pieces, making it a common coin in change during that era. Additionally, a smaller number were struck in higher quality finishes, around 57,741 in brilliant uncirculated condition for annual mint sets, and about 49,372 as proof coins, generally included in collector proof sets. The proof coins were struck to a much higher standard, with polished dies and specially prepared planchets producing mirror-like fields and sharp details. In terms of legal tender status, like all UK decimal coins, the 2 pence has limited legal tender status. It can be used as payment for debts only up to the sum of 20 pence when offered in 2p pieces and everyday transactions. However, it is freely accepted as part of normal change. The 2001 issue does not contain any rare design varieties or intentional minting changes, so circulated examples are generally worth only their face value. However, brilliant uncirculated and proof examples can be worth more to collectors, often selling for £1 to £3 depending on condition and demand. A few rare error coins exist in the wider 2 pence series, such as examples struck on 10p copper-nickel blanks, silver 2p coins, off-center strikes, or double-struck pieces, but there are no widely confirmed mint errors specific to 2001 that have gained notoriety. Because of its large mintage and frequent use, most 2001 coins in circulation today will show wear, dulling of the copper surface, and sometimes spotting or rust due to the steel core if the copper plating is breached. Well-preserved coins may still retain their original bright copper luster, especially if taken from mint rolls or sets. From a historical context, the 2001 2 pence represents the early 21st century phase of Elizabeth II's reign, combining a long-established reverse from the decimal changeover with the then-newer Rank Broadley portrait. Collectors of British decimal coinage often seek one example from each year, and the 2001 issue is readily available for that purpose. While common, it serves as an accessible and tangible piece of British numismatic history, reflecting the Royal Mint's high-volume modern coin production and the enduring symbolism of the Prince of Wales badge. The coin is still in circulation as of today, over 2 decades later, though it has gradually become less frequently seen as lower-value coins are used less in cash transactions. Its design dimensions and composition are a reminder of the UK's decision to keep pre-2008 bronze-colored coins visually consistent for decades maintaining a familiar appearance in the pockets of millions. In summary, the 2001 Elizabeth II 2 pence coin is a mass-produced but historically significant decimal coin, technically straightforward but rich in symbolism and a collectible in pristine condition, while remaining a workhorse of Britain's coinage system in everyday use at the time. Top 2. The 1979 Elizabeth II United Kingdom 2 pence coin belongs to the first generation of Britain's decimal coinage, introduced on February 15, 1971, replacing the old pound shillings and pence system with a new structure based on 100 pence to the pound. It has a face value of 2 pence, and was struck by the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, South Wales for general circulation. This time, the coin was still made of the original bronze alloy composed of 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin, which gives it a distinctive reddish-brown metallic color and makes it non-magnetic. The coin weighs 7.12 grams, has a diameter of 25.9 millimeters, a thickness of 2.03 millimeters, and features a plain, smooth edge on the obverse front side is the second definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, in use from 1968 to 1984. In this portrait, the Queen faces right and wears the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland diamond tiara, a gift from Queen Mary to Princess Elizabeth in 1947. The portrait is refined and youthful, capturing the Queen in mid-reign with the designer's initials, AM, appearing at the base of the neck. Around the portrait runs the legend, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 1979, which expands to Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning Elizabeth II by the grace of God, Queen Defender of the Faith. The reverse back side of the coin carries Christopher Ironside's original decimal 2 pence design, which features the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet. Across the feathers is a ribbon bearing the German motto Ich diene, which translates to I serve. Above the badge is the inscription New Pence, and below it is the denomination 2, both surrounded by a beaded border. The wording New Pence was used on all decimal coins from 1971 until 1981, when it was replaced by 2 pence, to reflect the fact that the decimal system was now well established. As such, the 1979 coin is part of the New Pence era, making it of particular interest to collectors who specialize in pre-1982 decimal issues. The Royal Mint produced a large number of 1,979 2 pence coins for circulation, so they are not rare. Most examples today are worth face value unless in exceptional condition. Brilliant uncirculated examples were also issued in official mint sets, and proof versions were struck for collector sets, both of which can fetch higher prices depending on condition. Coins from this year in high grade often retain their original bright bronze luster, but many circulating examples will have dulled over time due to oxidation handling and environmental exposure. Unlike the post-1992 copper-plated steel versions, the solid bronze 1979 coins will not stick to a magnet, and they also tend to age differently, often developing a warm patina. In terms of legal tender status, 2 pence coins are valid for payment of debts up to the sum of 20 pence when offered in 2p denominations, though in everyday commerce they are accepted freely. Historically, the 1979 issue sits in an interesting period of British coinage, with the decimal transition fully complete, but before any major redesigns of small denominations. It also reflects the Royal Mint's high production standards of the late 20th century, using precision striking and durable bronze to ensure long-term circulation. Era coins from this year are very rare, but as with all coinage, off-center strikes, planchet flaws, or double-struck examples occasionally appear and are prized by specialists. Collectors often seek the 1979 2p both as part of a complete date run of New Pence issues and for its place in the Machin Portrait series. Over 40 years after its release, the coin remains a nostalgic piece for those who remember the early days of decimalization, and while common in circulated form, uncirculated examples continue to hold collector appeal. Its combination of a solid bronze composition, a traditional royal portrait, and the enduring heraldic symbol of the Prince of Wales makes it both a functional currency piece of its time and a small accessible piece of British history. Top 3. The 1971 Elizabeth II United Kingdom 2 pence coin holds special historical importance as it was part of the very first decimal coinage issue released on Decimal Day, February 15, 1971, when Britain officially switched from the old pound shillings pence system to a decimal system based on 100 pence to the pound. This was the first year the 2 pence denomination entered circulation, making 1971 dated coins the inaugural issue for this value. Struck by the Royal Mint at its new facility in Llantrisant, South Wales, the coin was made of a solid bronze alloy composed of 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin, giving it a rich reddish-brown color and making it non-magnetic. It has a weight of 7.12 grams, a diameter of 25.9 millimeters, and a thickness of 2.03 millimeters with a plain smooth edge. The obverse, front, features the second definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Arnold Machin OBE, which had been introduced in 1968 for decimal and pre-decimal coins and remained in use until 1984. In this portrait, the Queen faces right, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland diamond tiara, a wedding gift from Queen Mary in 1947, with the artist's initials, AM, appearing at the base of the neck. Surrounding the portrait is the Latin legend, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 1971, which expands to Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning Elizabeth II by the grace of God, Queen Defender of the Faith. The reverse, back, design was created by Christopher Ironside and depicts the heraldic badge of the Prince of Wales, 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet with a ribbon bearing the German motto, Ich diene, meaning, I serve. Above the badge is the inscription, New Pence, and below it is the numeral 2, all enclosed within a beaded border. The words, New Pence, were included on all decimal coins from 1971 until 1981 to distinguish them from pre-decimal coinage. They were later replaced with 2 pence. In 1982, the 1971 2 pence was produced in very large numbers for circulation, as it was required for the nationwide decimalization rollout, so it is considered a common date. An addition to circulation strikes the Royal Mint also produced proof coins in high-quality presentation sets with polished dies and specially prepared planchets that display mirror-like fields and sharp detail. The legal tender limit for 2p coins is 20 pence when offered in that denomination, although in practice they are accepted freely in everyday transactions. The 1971 version is part of the Bronze Era of UK small coins before the switch to copper-plated steel in 1992. These early bronze coins are more resistant to rust because they lack a steel core, but they can develop natural toning and patina over decades of handling. Collectors value the 1971 2p as the very first year of issue, particularly in uncirculated or proof condition, though worn circulated examples generally trade for only face value. Error coins from this year, such as off-center strikes, double strikes, or wrong planchet pieces, are rare and sought after by specialists. The mintage for circulation was extremely high, over 1.4 billion pieces, reflecting the need to stock banks, post offices, and tills across the UK with the new coinage. Because of this, the 1971 dated coin was a familiar sight in British pockets for decades and continues to be found in change, though more worn and often dulled. Historically, this coin represents not just a denomination but a landmark in British monetary history, the successful adoption of decimalization after years of public preparation and education campaigns. For many people in Britain, especially those alive in the early 1970s, the 1971 2 pence is a nostalgic reminder of the decimal day transition and the beginning of a new simplified currency system. As such, while common in numbers, it is highly significant in cultural and numismatic terms, marking the start of a new era in British coinage under Queen Elizabeth II's reign. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.